Hey, this is Jeffrey Pepper Rogers, and I wanted to share with you an idea for a powerful percussive groove on the guitar in drop D tuning. And it's an example of really thinking of your guitar more like a drum. And this comes from a new song called How Long Till It's Too Late. And it's no coincidence that it sounds like a drum, because when I started writing that song, I didn't have my guitar at all. I was playing a beat on my knee or on a table or something. It went kind of like this. And then I was just singing over it. Na, 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 na. That's what my original demos for this sounded kind of like. It's a fun way to write just with a beat and your voice. I've got a growing number of songs written that way. Anyhow, eventually I did come to the guitar, and I wanted to come up with something on the guitar that had that kind of feel, that could stand on its own or be played with a drum. So I use a lot of drop D tuning, and that's where I went with this song. I love having that little bit of extra range that you get by tuning the 6th string down to D. Also, the sound on the bottom 3 strings, which are D, A, D. That's just a hands-free power chord on your bottom strings. Is a great sound to use in rock and blues and a whole bunch of styles. It's an instant power chord right there. So where I started with this song is out of this position, where I've got my pinky on the 5th string at the 5th fret, and I've got my index finger on the 3rd string at the 2nd fret. So a little bit of a stretch if you're not used to doing that. The bottom strings are really the key part of this. So on the bottom 3 strings in that position, I got D, D, D. So a big, powerful D drone sound. And then on the 3rd string, I've got an A note, which I'm not even really playing that much, but I'm fretting it just in case I hit that string. But there's no 3rd in the chord. It's not major, it's not minor. Even if I'm playing all 4 of those strings, it's D, 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 A. That would be called a D5 chord. And so out of this position, I was playing this as the kind of the root of the song. Now, the key to this sound is a whole lot of muting. Now, if you look at my fretting hand, you can see after I hit those strings, I'm just dropping my free fingers down onto the bass strings to mute them. So rather than going, that's what it would sound like if I was just letting them ring. Instead of that, I'm muting them, cutting them off quickly. So that gives some of that percussive punch that I'm looking for. The other part of it is with the picking hand, where I'm kind of coming down onto the strings. If you can sort of see, I'm almost just landing even a little bit, thumping a little bit onto the saddle, onto the bridge here with the side of my hand, coming down onto the low strings a little bit hard so that I can get a little bit of slap that just comes from the string slapping against the frets there. So when you take that muting with the left hand and the right hand together, you get that strong rhythmic pulse, which is the center of this song. And then on top of that, I'm just adding this little riff. Here, I'll just play what it sounds like, and then we'll break it down a little bit. So you can see in the tab that I've uploaded what that looks like, but you can get the idea, I think, just by hearing it and kind of watching me. So I've got two of those pulses like I was just playing, and then I'm going slow it down here. Rhythmically, I'm just doing 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2. 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down. So that's what I'm doing with the pick in terms of alternating. 1, 2, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, 2. So you'll notice there are some parts of that which are pure percussion. Like after I do these two, the next beat that I play, right here, that is pure percussion. I'm just muting the strings with my fretting hand there, so it just creates a slap, and that's it. And then I'm just going up and down, and the only note that I'm changing in the fingering is I'm going down to that C on the 5th string, 3rd fret, and then going back up to the open 4th string. So that again, so that's just a kind of guitar version of what was going on in that original drum beat. Now there are only 2 other chords in this song, and one of them is a G5, so I'm playing on the 5th and 6th strings. I'm fretting at the 5th fret, my ring finger and my pinky finger, and then I'm playing on the 2nd string, D note. So this is a G5 chord, and I do that version of that same riff that I was doing here on the D when I'm on the G. So it's the exact same riff, except that the bass note is up here on the 6th string at the 5th fret rather than being open. But I'm doing the same thing going down to that C note on the 5th string and the open 4th string. So that's the G5, and then an A5, which is just, I'm playing as a bar, 5th string open, 2nd fret, 4th string, and 3rd string. And then if I want to add in the 6th string, I'm reaching over with my middle finger to grab the 2nd fret on the 6th string. So here's just a little piece of what this sounds like. You put it together with the singing. How long till it's too late to stop the shouting, communicate? How far till it's too far to see each other as we are? The loud man blows all the angry embers to open flame, but the only word that he cares to hear is his own name. How there's a verse. So you can hear what that sounds like with the whole band when got drums that really fill out and take that whole groove to a completely other level, in conjunction with what I'm doing on the guitar, which is really, again, like a drum part, and with bass also with the band. So you can check that out on the page about the new album, and a video of that whole performance is coming soon. But hope this gives you some ideas about how you can be your own drummer on the guitar. You can create some really powerful percussive sounds. Thanks a lot for watching.